The Scourge of the South, NewTimes.com. Homepage. Today's paper video most popular edition, US/global. Search all NewTimes.com. The opinion pages. World US. NY/region business technology science health sports opinion editorials columnist contributors letters the public editor global opinion. Arts style travel jobs real estate autos. Disunion September 13, 2013, 9:38 p.m. The Scourge of the South by Ron Soodal. Disunion follows the Civil War as it unfolded. Tags. Civil War U.S. 1861-65 murders and attempted murders, Southern states U.S. war crimes, genocide and crimes against humanity. At the end of the Civil War, our nation's bloodiest struggle, only 2 men were tried and executed for war crimes. Both had served the Confederacy. One was Henry Wirz, commandant of the notorious prisoner of war camp at Andersonville, GA. The other was the guerrilla leader Champ Ferguson. There is, perhaps, room for extenuation in the case of Wirz, an ineffectual martinet clearly out of his depth. The same cannot be said for Ferguson. While some romantics have doggedly held to the image of Champ Ferguson as a much-wronged Southern patriot and freedom fighter, he was in fact a vicious killer who took life with neither conscience nor compunction. In the tiny Cumberland Mountains community of Albany, seat of Clinton County, KY, there stands a plaque that reads, Civil War terrorist Champ Ferguson born here in 1821. Guerrilla leader with Confederate leaning, but attacked supporters of both sides throughout Civil War in Southern KY. 10. Over 100 murders ascribed to Ferguson alone. Hunted by both CSA and USA. Ferguson was very much a product of his time and place. A relatively successful South-Central Kentucky farmer, he was born into a Southern mountain border culture that embraced the blood feud and justified violence, often unto death, as a means of resolving personal differences. The Kentucky-born Abraham Lincoln well understood the mentality when he wrote, each man feels an impulse to kill his neighbor lest he be first killed by him. At 6 feet in height and weighing some 180 pounds, Ferguson was an imposing figure. His powerful physical appearance, combined with what one historian referred to as his primordial nature, struck terror in the hearts of his enemies. To Ferguson, the world was a simple place, consisting of friends and enemies. The former were to be embraced, the latter, eliminated. In 1858, he killed his first man, stabbing a local constable over a financial dispute. According to his own account, when he joined the war 3 years later, it was less because of his commitment to the Southern cause than as a means of escaping prosecution. By this time Ferguson was 39, but despite the late start, he would soon add dozens of killings to his tally. As with many who lived in the conflicted border states, his war had less to do with fighting for Southern independence than settling scores with neighbors, and in some cases, with bloodkin, who happened to be on the wrong side. He himself later described his guerrilla band's theater of operations. We were having sort of a miscellaneous war, up there, through Fentress County, Tennessee, and Clinton County, Kentucky, and all through that region. Each of us had from 20 to 30 proscribed enemies, and it was regarded as legitimate to kill them at any time, at any place, under any circumstances. He did exactly that. His first victim was a neighbor, William Frog. When he rode up to the Frog cabin, Mrs. Frog suspected no ill will. She had known Ferguson since childhood, and offered him a seat and an apple. He refused both, and sought out her husband, who lay ill in his bed. Champ inquired as to Frog's health, and his neighbor responded, I am very sick. I had the measles, and have had a relapse. Champ accused Frog of having contracted his illness while visiting the Yankee recruitment center at nearby Camp Dick Robinson, which Frog vehemently denied. Ferguson simply drew his pistol and shot Frog twice in front of his wife and child, killing him on the spot. He then ransacked the cabin, looking for weapons. At his trial 4 years later, Ferguson would voice what would become his constant refrain, I considered myself justified in killing him. A month later, Champ saddled and stole the horse of another local citizen, while loudly cursing the man for a goddamn tonight, and threatening to kill him. That same day, he rode the stolen horse to the farm of Reuben Wood, a man who had been a lifelong friend until the war put them on opposite sides. As Wood finished feeding his livestock and was entering his house, Champ rode